Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's William and today I'm going to show you how to make homemade Dulce de Leche, and it's an amazing caramel. I discovered it in Argentina and it's very popular in South America. And so I'm going to show you how to make it two ways. First of all, the proper way from the start to the end, so using milk and sugar. And I'm also going to show you how to make it with sweetened and condensed milk. So it's that easy and simple. You can choose whatever recipe you want to do. I suggest you make the two and then you decide which one you prefer. So let's start with the milk recipe. So as I said, for our first Dulce de Leche, we are going to use milk, and I'm using quite a lot. This milk is full fat and it's very good quality milk in France. It's called fresh milk, so it's very delicious, very fat. And I'm going to use that. It will make the best taste ever. And to my milk, I'm going to add some white sugar. Perfect, now I can add my vanilla extract. If yours is a liquid one, I would just use it and add it at the end of the recipe because it's going to evaporate through the cooking process. And so I'm going to let this heat up on my stove top for about 5 to 10 minutes or until some bubbles appear, and then we can add the last and final ingredients. So as you can see, my milk is very hot, so I'm going to take it out of the stove and add a pinch of salt and also some baking soda. This will give us the perfect taste and thickness for our Dulce de Leche. Perfect, so all of my ingredients are in, so now it's just a matter of cooking this milk for about 2 hours. It's going to take a lot of time. Please stir every 30 minutes, more or less. And at the end of the cooking process, please stir the entire time. It's going to caramelize and become very thick. And it can also stick to the bottom of your pan, so you really have to mix your caramel throughout the cooking process. For me, it took about 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's quite a long time, but it's definitely worth it. And so I'm going to put my delicious caramel in one of my mason jars, and then I'm going to let it rest at room temperature. Perfect, so our first Dulce de Leche is done, so we can move on to our next recipe, which is a bit simpler but also takes a lot of time. So definitely it's like choosing between wanting to do the thing from scratch or just having a bit of a shortcut, but also having a lot of time to cook that shortcut. So I'm going to use some sweetened and condensed milk, and I'm going to put it straight in my water in the tin, so everything is closed. And I'm going to cook my 2 tins of sweetened and condensed milk at 2 different timings, just to show you. So the first one will be 2 hours and the second one will be 2 hours and 30 minutes, just to show you if there's an actual difference or not. And you'll see at the end of the video. So as you can see, once you open the tin, it looks like flan and not caramel, so you have to stir it quite well to then have the perfect consistency. And once it will cool, it will be way more thick, so don't worry about that. It will gain the perfect Dulce de Leche consistency. So let all of your caramels cool, and then I'm going to show you the texture. So as you can see, that was that easy and simple to make Dulce de Leche from scratch, and it took quite some time, to be honest, and quite some heat also to cook that, but it's definitely worth it. It's very delicious and you will know exactly what's in that Dulce de Leche that you are going to use. You can use that recipe in many others, like for example alfajores, that I'm going to show you how to make quite soon in this YouTube channel. And also you can use it onto ice cream, for example, that would be delicious, or brownies, or whatever you want. Whatever basically calls for caramel, you can substitute it with Dulce de Leche and it will taste almost the same, because caramel is definitely not Dulce de Leche. As a French guy, I cannot say that. So you can find the list of ingredients in the description box down below if you want to remake this recipe. And you can also find the social media where to find me, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat. And I will see you next time for another great recipe. Bye!